Hi, this is Kyle from Day Development. This is our video tutorial on cash flow diagrams. One of the most common uses of a financial calculator is to perform various time value of money or TVM calculations, determining the payment on loans, the time to repay debt, the rate of return on investments, and so on. A powerful tool for understanding these calculations is a cash flow diagram, which is a graphical representation of the numbers you're entering into the TVM registers. First, if any of this is confusing, please review the videos on basic TVM functions as they go into more detail than this video does. In this example, I'm going to use a fairly typical mortgage scenario. The loan is 30 years, paid monthly, amortizing fully at 5.5% interest. I'm borrowing $120,000. First I check my PYR. So I hit orange shift, make sure PYR is 12. It's not, so I'm going to set it to 12. Good. Now I type in 30, orange shift, XPYR. That's a 30-year loan. It's paid monthly, amortizing fully, so FV is 0, and interest is 5.5% per year. I'm borrowing $120,000. And my payment is $681.35 per month. Now that I've got the TVM scenario set up, I want to see what the cash flow diagram looks like. So I hit orange shift, then TVM with a little graph picture, which shares the input key. Voila. The cash flow diagram appears so I can look it over and understand the scenario better. This is pretty cool, but it's even cooler with uneven cash flows, so check out that video if you haven't already to see how they look with a less uniform scenario. All of your TVM values are represented here on the graph. The graph represents time advancing from left to right and money as up and down arrows. N is shown here describing the number of payments on this loan. IYR is shown up here. Since PV is present value, it is shown all the way to the left. We are receiving $120,000, so the arrow is pointed up. The payments are money that we pay out, so those arrows point down. We don't owe anything else after the 360 payments, so FV is 0, so there isn't an arrow at the end. One thing to keep in mind is that these diagrams are notional. That means that although you have 360 payments, there aren't 360 arrows because there isn't enough room to draw them all. Also, though your payment is 1/200th the size of your original principal balance, the payment arrows aren't quite that much smaller than the PV arrow. They're smaller, just not that much smaller. So keep those things in mind. When you're done looking at the cash flow diagram, hit the Done button. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this example, please feel free to email us at theteam@inadaydevelopment.com.